Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. It is Dukes the Scoop. It is Big Dog Chico. It is yours truly, Uncle Neely. And with the first pick in the NBA draft, the draft is tonight, baby. We also got some trades that have been taking place. And of course, Colorado football. It is the morning run. Big Dog Chico, Deuce the
Yes,
Scoop.
sir.
One thing I love is an invigorated chat. The chat has already been going ham. That's hard as them. Don't you say that. What up, chat? Y'all know what to do. Check in. Let us know where you're checking in from. Tap in with us. Got a super chat already from C Maven AI. 2121 super chat. You know, a lot of deals get made on draft day, Dukes. C Maven has put up 2121 just to discuss if I would trade Chico's push-ups to him. He just putting it on the table.
I
See,
tell
maybe,
you what.
let me put it to you this way. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
They already in the NBA draft spirit, trying to trade right now, willing and dealing right now. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. You know,
Speaking of Willing and Dylan, Chico, do I see a new lace front?
he's
Looking good, baby. You looking
lie.
good.
The devil is a lie.
I think I see a new lace front.
It's all good. Yeah, you do. Shout out to T Braids, Hawaii 808. You know what I mean? Yeah, she hooked me up once again, my girl Tiffany. Shout out to her. If y'all come to Hawaii, get you some. Now, since you mentioned it, shout out to her. You know what I mean? Follow her on Instagram.
What she threw it in there this time?
Is that that virgin Peruvian Indian hair she put in there? So yeah, I'm good to go. It's gonna last for a little while. And I got some holding spray in there from a beauty supply shop that I won't name unless they want to sponsor us. You know what I mean? Do-rags. Somebody can sponsor us for do-rags. So hey.
Are you ready for the draft night? You ready for your name to get called?
I'm ready for the draft tonight, like I'm Cooper Flag. Dukes, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Talking to somebody with some sense over here, guys.
Like, man, damn, man.
Good morning to you. It's morning time somewhere, man. It's the morning run. Talk about some of everything on here. Colorado football, NBA news, NFL news, Coach Prime, and everything else. Any questions y'all have, put them in the chat. Anything y'all want to discuss, put them in the chat also. Shout out to Goonsville Clothing. If y'all want to rock with us and get y'all something, go to goonsvilleclothing.com, or you can go directly to the source and get you some at Unc and Chico. There you go. That's at Goonsville once again. Go get you some at Unc and Chico. Bam, right there. I'm going to put that across the screen for everybody want to go check it out, get some of the morning run gear and everything else. So, got some trades going on, but before we get to that, we're going to talk about some Colorado football and let us know where we are in the period of the season and get into some recruiting news with Dukes because he has some exclusive on his channel. So let's get into it.
Well, absolutely, man. Before I'm going to tee it up for Dukes to get into those specifics, but, you know, just in a general sense, and this is not a Colorado thing, this is a NCAA thing. June 23rd, which was Sunday, you know, through July 31st is the no owner off-campus visits, no contacts. Evals are permissible during this time. In other words, Chico, it's what's called dead period. Phone calls and electronic written correspondence remain permissible, but that's only for 2026 and 2027 classes. Staff members may also receive calls from 2028s and 2029s. But guess what, Chico?
What's that?
I do you. I can't call you back if I missed a call. Like that's one of the weird things about this period. Like the younger classes can call a coach, but he can't call them back if he missed a call. Like it can only be initiated by them. We can also anticipate, fellas, that there's going to be an additional dead period from August 1st to 31st. That happens every year, but the NCAA calendar is not out yet, at least right before we went live. But we can anticipate that this dead period is really June 23rd through August 31st. That's what it was last year. But then there are some caveats, you know, like for the week 0 teams, week 1 teams, so they can have official visits, you know, during those games. For instance, like Colorado has a game on Friday night, the 29th of August, which would be inside the dead period. There's an allowance, for those kind of games that you can still have some visits come on campus. But for the most part, the recruiting part is done. And as far as what the schools do, the coaches do, and that kind of thing. And now it is on the players, Dukes. Some of those guys have already penciled in dates that they're going to make their decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Colorado's done a great job of making sure that the recruiting staff and the coaching staff have been on the same sheet of music. You can see in certain situations that people are panicking right now in the middle of the summer, and I think Colorado staff right now is cool as the other side of the pillow when it comes to what they've already done, what they're planning on doing. And like I said, I've said multiple times on some of the recruiting shows I do, Colorado got a draw 4 that they haven't used yet, and that's Coach Prime in person. So the way that Coach Phillips, the way that Coach Box, the way that the position coaches, the OC, the DC, the way these guys, even Raymond, the way these guys have been putting things together, you saw it come to fruition yesterday with Preston Ashley committing. And I got a really good interview with him, and what he said in the interview was they were relentless was the word that he was like, they didn't stop. They recruited me and recruited me and recruited me. And he named Coach Box, Coach Phillips by name, which I think is huge because usually when you talk to recruits, and, of course, I've been doing this for a while when it comes to talking to recruits, they usually mention position coaches. When you name somebody at the administrative or the recruiting office, that goes to show you how much of an impact those guys have. So shout out to them for going to get a 4-star. And I think this is not the last 4-star you see in the foreseeable future. I think Colorado is in a really good position with a couple of players. I would watch Xavier Payne, a guy who, if he's I think if you evaluate him as a tackle instead of a guard, I think his ranking goes up. He's a 3-star. I will watch him. A couple other guys I will watch. I'm gonna keep to myself. Now, I'm not saying it's a done deal. That's just nowhere near a crystal ball. But I do think Colorado did a lot of good work, and you saw the decommitment from Florida State from Payne the other day. So, just a lot of good things to look forward to from Colorado recruiting. And I got to reiterate, these guys are definitely on the same sheet of music.
Absolutely, that's where it starts. That's what it takes. And man, especially you mentioned the staff and how important that is. But shout out to the players who did their part in recruiting on these official visits the past 3 weekends, taking the guys out for a good time, letting them know what Boulder is like and Denver is like if you're going to go to school that reside there anywhere from 3 to 4 years. When you look at some of the upcoming names, y'all, and again, like Duke said, this is not a crystal ball or anything. These are people who have announced when they're going to announce. You got June 28th, 4-star O-line, Deacon Schmidt. Colorado is in his top 3. July 1st, 3-star OL Trip Skews. Colorado's in his top 4. July 2nd, 5-star wide receiver. Kadarian Morgan, CU is in his top 6. July 12th, you got linebacker Rodney Colton Jr. and CU is in his top 5. August 15th, you got a 4-star athlete, CJ Sadler, with CU being in his top 4. So there's a lot of opportunity from guys. You had about 40-plus visit over the past 3 weeks, and you got about, one has already, again, made his commit, and you got about 5 others with upcoming dates. And so the game, man. Hey, when you follow them on Twitter, tag them, add them, hey, it's dead period for the coaches.
Right.
Ain't no dead period for the fans.
There you go. For the supporters out there, everybody out there, y'all can, see you aunties, this is when it's time to kick in. Uncles, this is when it's time to kick in. Cousins, all the supporters out there, Buff Nation, Skull Buffs, buff them up, everything. It's time to kick in now and go let them guys know that, Buff Nation wants them and Coach Prime wants them. I like what Duke said about that draw 4. That big joker. They haven't even, really gotten face-to-face with Coach Prime yet. When they do that's a real game changer right there. That's like the ceiling of the deal right there. That's a nail in the coffin, as they say. That's the fork in the food. Checking to see if it's done.
I will say this: like he meets with him, he talks to him. It's just over Zoom while he's out of town, and even that interaction. I mean, just think about making politics, Chico. Yeah, I would love to shake Barack Obama's hand, but sitting on the Zoom one-on-one with him and him telling me what he's about and me telling him what I'm about. I don't want people to think that stones ain't being unturned. Like Duke said, it is a wartime effort. Everybody is putting in, and it's still you got some official visits that could take place during home games. And let me tell you this: I remember when Coach Prime was on, I think the Rich Eisen show at Jackson State, and they said, "Coach, how in the world But you get that guy, Travis Hunter, to come to Jackson State. He said to a game. But he came to a game. When he walked, we got to see that homecoming at that stadium. That's the wrap. And it's the same thing in Folsom. You come there during the game. Now, here's what I love, Dukes. Here's what I love it, Dukes. Let me hear your strategy on this.
All right.
As Shador said last year and the year before, Colorado is always somebody else's Super Bowl. Like they get up for that game like no other. And because that game is going to be a sellout for them, which you're not Nebraska, might be something unusual. So hey man, it's a sellout Colorado coming. They always invite their recruits when Prime is coming to town, and they always damn backfire. Because they just want to take pictures with him when he walked by. Colorado end up winning the game, et cetera, et cetera. Deuce, well, if you was over recruiting playing Colorado, would you make that your visit weekend?
Man, bro, there's no way in the hell Chris Brown come to town and I'm telling my girl to wear your sexiest stuff and we're gonna go to dinner with him. Like, nah, bro. Like, no, there ain't no way. And this ain't got nothing to do with my insecurities or not, but I'm a smart guy. Like, I saw a meme the other day that said, hey, baby, you gonna be mad if Chris Brown come to town and he pulled me up on stage or Usher? We ain't gonna be sitting close enough for you to even get that. Don't even worry about it. Yeah. So that would be my strategy. Ain't no way I'm gonna bring all my recruits. One, that's almost like scheduling Colorado for homecoming. Like, bro, don't put me on your homecoming so we can get whooped. Same thing in recruiting. So yeah, I think that's okay, smart guy. That's how I look at it. Yeah, all right.
I think they doing that backwards.
Yeah.
But especially with the homecoming, don't they? Excuse me. I think they can draw more fans for homecoming and to the Coach Prime game because people gonna come to the Coach Prime game. And then you draw them with your homecoming. With them combining it, I think they're missing out on more money and an extra ball game to bring people there. It reminds me of the story that Uncle Neely told though about Ric Flair, Coach Prime, and Alabama A&M. Alabama A&M paid Ric Flair to be there, but Ric Flair wanted to go over there and meet his old friend Coach Prime, and that's the way it looked right there.
I will tell you this, Chico. Dukes brought it up. When Chris Brown and Lil Wayne teamed up and Chris Brown said, "With a rich, won't you?" And your man can't do nothing for you. Weezy said she have a ring on or her ring on last night.
Right.
He ain't lying.
He did not lie at all. Shout out to Chris Brown.
Shout out to them guys, man. Shout out to Breezy and Weezy.
Hey, that's the only time I heard Chris Brown like that. Hey, Chris Brown had been through it on that one a little bit. At the end of the song, Chris Brown said, "They be playing games." Like, he felt that one. He felt that one. But now I feel
it. Won't you?
Hey, but on a serious note, we talk about spring football and we talk about like position battles and people getting healthy for spring and stuff like that. And you hear coaches, grizzled coaches and veteran coaches say we don't win championships in April. And you don't sign your recruiting class in July. So I think the fact that you've put yourself in position to have players and official visits familiar with the university. So when you bring them back and they can see the whole experience, the game day experience, be with the players while they're suiting up, be in the locker room, watch how that whole experience comes together, the fans, the tailgating, everything that goes along with the CU experience that happens at Folsom Field. I think that's really, and that's almost like, that's really your strongest suit when it comes to recruiting. And that's not taking anything away from the recruiting efforts that go on in the spring and the summer. But man, it's something. Listen, I went to Colorado last October. Uncle Neely, you remember I went. I came. I was in awe the whole time. I went back and put up a 30-minute video talking about my experience like I was a player. Them folks couldn't. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say that. But I'm telling you what.
You just said now, them folks. You speak in general.
Yeah, for sure. I'm telling you, that game day experience is like nothing else in college football, and I think it's the strongest suit that Colorado and another ace in the hole that getting these official visits on campus is important now, and it's only going to pay even more dividends. Now, you're going to get some now, trust me. There's going to be some fireworks to go off around the 4th of July.
Sure.
But after that, wait for the fall.
Yeah, I agree with that, Dukes. I think one, it's just a legendary setting. No pun intended with Shador. You probably Man, I'm thinking I'm being fair, Chico and Dukes. I'm not talking about like crowd or atmosphere. I mean empty stadium, just looking around. It's hard to beat Folsom Field and UTEP Stadium, El Paso. That mountain view, like it's like sitting right in the mountain, and no matter where you look, you see the mountains.
Yes.
When you put the crowd in there and you get the loud in the air from that student section, it's hard to beat the atmosphere there on game day. And what I think what you're speaking to, Dukes, what makes it more crucial is that when you get there during the spring or typical weekend, students may not be in or something. The campus is kind of quiet. When you come on an official visit in the fall, like when Travis came to Jack State, it's like, no, okay, this is how it's gonna be. Like ain't nobody putting on. Matter of fact, the world don't even know you here, so they can't be fronting. So ain't nobody, hey, let's clean up and let's really be loud because recruiters here. Now, this is how they are all the time. Chef Solomon cooked this whether you was coming or not. You know, everything that's taking place is taking place. As a matter of fact, Chico, when I have been in other locker rooms in my past life, I have seen coaches do different kind of speeches because recruits or visitors are boosting the locker room. Coach Brian gonna say what he gonna say on that stage, no matter who in there. Like so, when
Right.
you come visit, you're getting what it actually is gonna be. Should you sign? And I think the parents appreciate that. I think the players appreciate that. The weather doesn't impact it. Like the weather is part of it. You get one of them beautiful, crisp, fall days, or get a little snow. Don't nothing stop. The show goes on.
Absolutely, man. Real quick, one word answer. The thing that would, if you were a recruit, the thing that would get you to commit to Colorado.
Oh man, one word answer. Prime.
That's it right there.
I probably go opportunity.
Man. You won't believe this if I say it, but those were the two I had in my head, so I have to come with something else.
It just shows you smart.
Okay. Damn. No shots from Neely.
I'm just saying you ain't got to go out your way to disagree or come up with something else.
Well, yeah, I like those two things: prime, opportunity. I like those things together. Let me see. I was gonna go standard.
I like
The
that.
standard is the standard. You know what I
I
mean?
like that. I see Ellen East in the chat saying exposure.
Exposure.
Those Flab say structure. I like those. Run the ball. See, you said Miss Ty. That's 2 words, but I'll allow it. Look at Duke. So y'all jokers, boy. Yeah. Shout out to Miss Ty. Yeah, I like those answers. I think like when I say prime, it's matching the opportunity and the stretch because he's all those things. And I'm putting myself in the perspective of a 17, 18-year-old. So here's the truth. I ain't never seen this dude play. I just hear what my mom and daddy say about him.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to be in the room with greatness and hear greatness talk to me and hear him say where I'm gonna fit in. Because one thing that's been put out in the atmosphere and one thing that's been proven when you watch literal game film, true freshmen play at Colorado.
Yeah.
Probably no other circumstance in college football, in Power 4 football, we're like, no, dog, we're not bringing you here to develop you and hope you play 2 years from now. We bring you here because you got something that can help us win a game next week.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I like. And that's what these young recruits gonna like too. That opportunity. A lot of coaches would do, as they say nowadays, cap to you when they're recruiting. And then as soon as you sign or you get on campus, things change and you can damn near feel it. Like, damn, I thought I was, man, you just another one now. Like, damn,
Yeah.
But
Tell you the only tight end coming, then when you get there, 4 others unpack.
like, damn. Like, why you ain't have to lie to me? Like, that literally happened too. Like, for real.
Oh, no, that happens all the time.
Damn.
That happens
So,
all the time.
yeah, man. So I like that, man. Coach Prime being open and honest and being as he is, all the time. You never hear anybody say anything like, man, he was like this one way, and then he was like this behind closed doors or at the meeting or
Great point, Chico.
next time I asked
when have you heard somebody past, present, I'm talking about NFL also, baseball as when have you heard somebody say Coach Prime Deion Sanders lied to me?
When have you heard somebody say he was a bad teammate? With all the muck out there, nobody said anything like that. So
Absolutely.
Damn, Lutely. Unkism. Easy. All right, let's go to that's a t-shirt. Dukes. You gotta make some t-shirts that Dukes will rock. You know, the color scheme with the shoes, right?
For sure. Now I was looking at what's called like King of the Throne. He liked the scenery out there in Colorado.
What do you say? You can make some.
He said you can make some beautiful babies in Boulder. That's crazy. And then the one before that, he was talking about how much snow is out there.
Easy the snowman.
I love Zero's Boulder as American Zero elevation, clarity, and protection. Yeah, you can definitely feel something like that out there in Boulder. It's I always say it's like a little its own little ecosystem
May
out
not
there.
be talking about the same kind of snow, Chico. So be careful.
I do, but I'm talking. I'm trying to. Okay. Anyways,
I'll be wanting you to not get yourself in trouble.
Oh well, damn! I'm trying to dribble the basketball. That looked kind of bad right there. Let me just pass it.
You dribble to a damn corner to a double team. Like Chico, why would you dribble over there? Why would you dribble to that spot? Like
well,
I
made the pass. There you go. Catch it.
I got it. Oh, me?
Woo! You.
Hey man, I really know. I know we got to get into the NBA draft, but I want to touch on something about the NBA as a whole, Dukes and Scoop, if you don't mind, as it relates to just finishing up these finals. Chico, you don't mind that either, do you?
You don't mind, big mind.
All right, let me hit y'all with this, man. Let me hit y'all with this. Y'all hold tight now. This is the most balanced, unpredictable NBA we've ever seen. Like in our lives, Duke.
Yes.
Our lives, Chico.
This era.
For the first time in league history, 7 different teams have won the title in 7 straight years. And this is all under Adam Silver's watch now. If you add in 2014 San Antonio Spurs and the 2016 Cleveland Cavs, that makes 9 different teams in 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not that long ago, Dukes, under David Stern, the league was built on like legends and dynasties and larger-than-life superstars and that kind of thing. Magic Johnson, Bird, Jordan, Shaq, Kobe, Duncan, San Antonio Spurs, et cetera, et cetera. But in the 30 years under Stern, there was only 8 different champions in 30 years because you had all these superstars on teams and these dynasties, et cetera. But if you look at today's NBA, and maybe the delight of the fans, maybe the fans don't like it. That's why I want to get into it, y'all. It's like every year a new contender can emerge in the playoffs, and it's somebody else's to take. This league is where hope lives now in every arena, and it didn't used to be that way. It used to be you went to arenas to die, not thrive. Have we seen the death of dynasties and the dawn of parity in the NBA under Adam Silver? And if you had to pick, would you pick the way Stern did it with these super dynasties, or would you like Silver doing it? Well, damn, we don't know who's gonna win. You tell me.
Give me Silver. Give me the parity. The dynasties. I mean, the dynasties made good. Like it's like old school wrestling, right? So, like you knew that Ric Flair wasn't going without the belt for long. You just knew it. So it always was a build up, and when they didn't win the belt, or when he did lose the belt, it made for such a big news story. Or just like when the Rockets got those 2 championships. I think was it the second one when MJ came back? It was the second one, I believe. And everybody thought that MJ was gonna win. That was a huge story at the time because it was like, 4-5 back. Of course they're gonna win. Now he didn't lose another one. But that was a huge story because, that was still Goliath being knocked off.
Mm-hmm.
But I think now with the parity, I like it because small market teams are able to share in that type of jubilation. Even a team like the Hawks, you hope that they can make a run. Like I'm hoping that, with this parity going on, maybe in the next couple of years, the Hawks can actually get a championship. And it provides hope for teams that don't have the LeBrons or that don't have the mega superstars, that if you put the right mesh together, much like how Villanova won the national championship under Jay Wright, they didn't have all the one and done guys, but they had good guys who played together, and they went on a bit of a mini dynasty themselves in a parity field college basketball world. So I think it just carried over to the NBA, and I prefer it like that.
Yeah,
big dog.
Oh man, excuse me. Great question. I'm going to go with the dynasties. Why? Because I think if you look at the NBA right now, what are people saying? The ratings are low. The people watching the games are low. I think the NBA wants those ratings, those worldwide ratings. And what brings that is the dynasties, the super teams, the guys who win multiple championships, because then they become kind of like these global icons. Look at the news this past weekend with the OKC parade. They were showing shots about how few people it was there, but of course we know there was a lot of people there, but still compared to the past, it just seems like it's less celebrated than if it was a dynasty these days. I do like to where, like what Duke said, that everybody has a chance to win now because of like the salary caps and the drafting and developing players, and how the NBA is going nowadays. But I think overall the NBA, with the viewership and the ratings, they like the dynasty era with Jordan and Shaq and the Duncans and the Celtics and the Heat era. That's when the NBA, I think, was at its height. So I'm going to go with the dynasty era, and I think we're going to head back to that soon with guys like Wemby, with the draft coming up, and he has Castle already. And you're going to add a guy like Dylan Harper. That could be a dynasty brewing. Same thing with the Hawks. Like Duke said, they got a young team, OKC. So we could be going back to that. We just had to go to that parity era.
Dog, Dukes, well said. Chico, well said. And damn, just like on the screen, I'm in the middle of y'all. Because I love this parity that's taking place. I love the fact that you getting some young guns and changing of the guard who have a chance to win. I'm still holding my bet back a little bit on if we've reached true parity or not. And it's because of some what Duke said and what you and I talk about, Chico. You look at it at Atlanta. If we had really reached parity, Atlanta would be having a shot with some of the players they've had on their roster. If we really reach parity, Memphis would be having a shot in the West with some of the guys they've had on their roster. So we still haven't. We have moved away from the same team going back and back and back every year, the same 2 or 3 teams, but we still haven't done it where every team, has a chance. I do think that Madison Avenue, which is the people who write these commercials in New York City for these big ad agencies, they love the dynasty, because one thing the dynasty brings you is not only a great story, it brings you an enemy.
Yeah.
The story of Batman ain't worth a damn without the Joker. And when you have the Lakers and the Celtics, or you have the Pistons and the Bulls trying to get out the East, when you have these quote unquote rivalries taking place that spurn dynasties, it makes for just great damn TV.
Yeah.
What we clearly saw that doesn't make for great TV, even with having the only 5th game 5 in 35 years, people still didn't watch because no one cares about the city of Indianapolis and the city of Oklahoma City. The people who saying, "Oh man, look at that parade," hell, they had all the people they could have out there. It's not a big city. like the whole town showed up. It just don't look like it.
Let me say this, Uncle, what you just said. Do you think it's the cities that they're in, or do you think, to your point, is not enough of a storyline yet? Like people that actually, and fans around the nation outside of those cities, have gotten to know these players and come to grow with them.
Yeah, I think it's both. Because that's an excellent point. We watched Bird and Magic come from college competing against each other.
Right.
And it went into the NBA and made a rivalry. We watched Michael Jordan hit the shot at North Carolina and then go to the NBA. We watched Isaiah Thomas at IU go undefeated and win a championship and then take the Pistons back to back. So these stories have to develop, and these stories can develop. Like Halliburton comes back from this injury, has a great year after next. Should OKC or the Timberwolves go back to the finals again, the Western Conference Finals, you're going to start to see that like dynasty tinge. But I think like right now, I'm not saying that every team has to have a big 3 like it used to have under Stern, but you probably got to have a big 2 to be relevant. And there's still a lot of teams out there that ain't got a big 2. And they suck. As my grandmama used to say in the country, sucking hind tit, it's a runt. You ain't gonna grow. Like you got to get up on that front nipple.
My grandmother once told me, "Yo, Cho." All right. No, I got that. Duke, where you
Yeah.
want to pick off? If you're the Dallas Mavericks, Dukes, in this NBA draft right now, I guess this is the obvious thing. You want to take the guy Cooper Flag, and what are your other outtakes and thoughts of the NBA draft?
Before Dukes answers that, let me make him in the chat aware of something that everybody may not know. The Mavs are extending Kyrie by 3 years, so they
Yes, indeed.
doubling down on Kyrie.
Yes, indeed. Great
Yeah,
move.
if I'm the Mavericks, I think you got to take that one, package it some kind of way, and go get Giannis and get somebody else, and go for now. If you got that type of money tied up with Kyrie Irving, you need to go ahead and win you one. So I would trade it now. That's just on a win now because you got Anthony Davis. I mean, I guess that's position. They re-signed Gafford too, so I guess that is positionally redundant. So matter of fact, I'll scratch that. I would try to take that one and go get a star, like a two, anybody, like a two that can really play, that can really ascend. But at the end of the day, when I saw Cooper Flag the other day, him really being 6'7" barefoot, I mean, he can be that secondary scorer. You know, then we saw him, matter of fact, F that. Drafted Cooper Flag. Period. Draft him. When I saw the way he was getting buckets in the Olympics last year, draft Flag. And I also want to say about these parades, maybe them folks might have stayed away because people keep getting shot at parades, bro. I don't know what's up with people. But man, you ain't see how these folks been getting shot at parades and people running through the crowds and stuff, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so you might know something. And they already had a tragedy there. Them folks like, hey man, hey, good job, y'all. We see you at the game.
Watch out.
Yeah. Great point right here, too. What do y'all think about this? 6 consecutive MVPs, all foreign-born players: Canada, Serbia, Cameroon, and Greece.
We have an international game now, and it's what the NBA wanted under Stern, like that he wanted to grow the game beyond borders. And one of the things that happens here, Dukes, you're a scout, you know ball just like Chico does. There one of the things that you see taking place overseas that you don't see taking place here a lot of times. Overseas guys, no matter your height, no matter your weight, no matter your age, you learn fundamentals. So when Dirk grows to 6'11", they taught him how to dribble when he was 6'4". You come over to America and you over here in West Jackson and you happen to be a big kid. Oh man, he play center. He don't even work on the dribbling. And then he don't grow no more. And now he a shooting guard and ain't got no handles. Like he never learned how to play the game. Same thing you see a lot in football, man, which is going to be interesting if this happens in international football through the NFL expansions. You know, make sure guys know the fundamentals before they lock into a position that they're ultimately going to play. And so you see guys come from overseas who are taller guards or bigger big men, and they got handles like they can run point, and they can run point. So when you see these MVPs develop and you see the competition that's in the Olympics, that's one thing you can give credit to David Stern. He definitely took the game beyond America.
Yes.
He
Shout out to the Barcelona Olympics also, the '92 Dream Team. That really sparked everything also. I'm
gonna tell you one of the guys, it didn't work out for him, but who was one of those tall guys who had a really good handle out of Mississippi. You remember Jonathan Bender?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Yeah,
Bender.
Yeah, he had everything. He really would look like Kevin Durant before Kevin Durant. But one of those guys, I don't know why, like some of the guys who it just doesn't work for some people. I don't get it. Like now he's not American or he's not I don't want to say it the wrong way. He's an international player. Bowl has everything. But it just don't work like it should. You know what I mean? Like for whatever. Cam Reddish is another one. Cam Reddish had everything. A handle. He could shoot it. Play defense. Athleticism. It just never really worked. Marvin Williams is another one. 6'9", can shoot it. Handle, number 2 pick overall. You know why I know that so well? Because the Hawks passed up Chris Paul and Deron Williams when we needed a point guard to go get him. So yeah, Chris Paul playing today. And yeah, so
and shout out to Marvin Williams, man. He did he did well. He just probably wasn't worthy of that high pick, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I think Marvin Williams had a great career, but you know when you looked at his skill set, for some reason he had the 6'9" side, he had the 6'9" frame, had a handle, could shoot the mid range, could shoot the 3, could play defense. It looked like he had the superstar written all over him, and it just didn't translate. So I'm wondering, you've got guys who have the same attributes as these guys who are international players, but for some reason when they hit the big time and the lights get on them, they don't ascend to that status that their attributes would seem like they would allow them to. And I wonder if it has anything to do with these guys playing professionally at an earlier age. So
Yes.
I would venture to say maybe that has something to do with it, where the lights don't bother them as much. They go to Olympic camps way earlier. They're playing against grown men earlier as well. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Same way when you're a small kid. Look at Travis Hunter and what he said. I play with my older cousins. It's no different, I think, when you're playing with grown men and you playing basketball and professional earlier. At the same time, Bol, players like him, I think is a combination of it's not working out in the pros, with certain systems. I think it's more of the right fit with the coaches and the coaching scheme, and someone that'll give him a chance to actually go out there and show his talents in the way that he has. Because I think Bol has everything. I just want him to get on the Lakers. Go to the Lakers, dog. And just let him ball out.
Ain't got nothing. I mean, Wemby really don't have nothing Bol don't have. Like, I know
exactly.
Shaq dies on that hill for real, but at the same time, he ain't wrong.
Bro, I have Facebook posts that when he was coming out of the draft, hell, when he was at Oregon, Lakers, please draft this guy. Please draft. And he just got drafted by somebody who just seemed like they just set him back there, and they felt like they wanted to develop him in that way instead of let him play, man. But once he get that chance, I think he's going to ball out.
Well, we're on the draft. We've also had some pre-draft moves from teams, similarly looking at injuries and when guys will come back. We can start with the Boston Celtics, who were last year's champion and predicted to come out the East this year, had a significant injury from Tatum. And, of course, Pacers closed out their series and made it to the finals. But they have let Porzingis go and Drew Holiday go, bringing in a shooter for Drew Holiday, clearly trying to make sure you get some Tatum shots up, because my theory isn't a theory, is it just medicine. By the time Tatum gets back, you well after All-Star break, almost to the playoffs, and what kind of shape will he might even be in. So 2025-26 season could literally be a wash for him. But a lot of teams, Duke, you had 3 major stars go down in the playoffs. You had another 5 get injured in the season, such as Kyrie. How much of this draft are you going to be looking at guys trying to replace those guys, or make some moves to replace those injured guys that they know will come back? In fact, we talked about the Mavericks. Hey, Kyrie, we know you hurt, but we want you for 3 more. So they're not moving on, but they still got to play ball.
I think you're going to see the guys who have those type of injuries that are more athletic. The guys who rely on skill, I think like a Kyrie, like he's probably one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. So the Achilles, like even if he loses a step, it's not going to matter as much. Kevin Durant returning from an Achilles didn't matter as much. Dominique Wilkins changed his whole game.
Yeah.
So I think it's some things that
his game was built off explosion.
Boom. So I think depending on who and what they have on that roster, I'll let you know like kind of how they'll attack it. So I look at Boston. Boston didn't want to hit. I think did they sell already? Are they planning on selling? Like
they're negotiating. They're looking for a buyer.
Right. So you don't want to be in the second April when it comes to luxury tax. So they figure out a way to clear out some salary when you get rid of Drew Holiday with the developmental guy Anthony Simons, who
he can shoot.
Yep, he can shoot it. Kind of reminds you of what Drew Holiday was when he was in Portland, right? Mm-hmm. Where it's just like, you put him on the championship team, if he's your third or fourth option, that's pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being your second option.
I think they got to only knock on Simon. You got to step up the defensive intensity, but as far as a guy who can stroke the ball, Pauls, like he's a shooter.
Yeah, for sure. I like his game. And then getting rid of Porzingis, you clear that $30 million off your salary. Now, expiring contract, they probably were wishing that they probably could have kept it. They didn't really bring anything back for it. What they get, like Georges Niang, I believe?
Yeah, Georges Niang, however you pronounce his name, Niang or Niang.
Yeah, he had a great career in Atlanta for like 2 weeks.
Spot up shooter, somebody you could bring in place of Porzingis. You probably know that he's going to play. Huh?
No, he remind me of. You remember the dude on White Man Can't Jump? The light-skinned dude that got mad? That's who remind me of. Who had on a little loose tank top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who Niang play like. Like just
Yeah.
an old dude out there who, you know, he can still got enough game to play.
Right.
Leave him alone, he can shoot it.
Yeah.
But you saw that was clearly a salary dump. So I think Boston is getting ready for the year after. They clear some salary, so they'll be in position. I think they got a they added a guy who can help them long run in Simons, and then B, they clear some salary cap. So by the time Tatum gets back, they can make that secondary move to replace Porzingis, who only played about 60% of the games the last 2 years. And then you'll have to replace Al Horford. I think he's just aging out. And but you clear some space to be able to get it. Not this year, but next year. And I think that's important.
Yeah. Also, they have a guy on their roster named J.D. Davison, who won MVP of the is it the G League up there in Maine for the Celtics. He's a point guard out of Calhoun, Alabama, a baller, played at Alabama. I thought they were trying to open it up so that he can come in there, but I think he's a Simons type player, great offensive guy, not great on defense from their evaluations, but I think he's going to get a chance to play this upcoming year at the point guard too, along with Peyton Pritchett at that point guard position. So the Celtics have some pieces. They're just going to have to play an extended role since Holiday is gone. I also see that Holiday looks like he doesn't want to go to Portland. Is that you think he's going to head there, Dukes, or what you think going on? Why you shake your head like that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go to Portland either.
Yeah, I'm like, take basketball out of it. When did you heard of some bitch just sitting around going, man, I'm gonna go to Portland this weekend?
Man, Portland is a nice city, dog.
Hey man, shout out to Portland. I believe y'all a nice city. However, I've never been sitting in the barbershop and say somebody, man, I think I'm gonna get to Portland this weekend, man.
Right.
I mean, he is a different kind of dude. Now I ain't gonna say that. So I mean, he might like it, but I say this: when you look
literally
at
coast to coast.
When you look at that how that roster is constructed, I don't know if that's what he was coming from playing championship basketball. I'm not sure if that's the place you want to go. So could he be a buyout? I don't know. I don't even know if he's. I think Portland got enough money to do it. So, I mean, we'll see how that turns out. You know, another contender will probably somebody with some draft assets on a rebuilding team. I think would definitely kick the tires on Drew Holiday.
Yeah, before the trade deadline or something. But I think he'll be a good match with Scoot Henderson, to help him on the defensive side also.
Hey, we're coming up about 20 left in the show. So if you hadn't hit that like button, make sure you hit it. If you hadn't hit that notification bell, make sure you hit it. If you haven't subscribed to all three networks, you damn sure need to do that. And make sure you go back on Deuce's Scoop channel and check out, interview he did with recent recruits and that kind of thing. All under this one big ass umbrella as we sit here talk all sports on the morning run. Big Dog Chico, man. Who did I just see there? Big Papa Funk said Boston is confessing that they can't win the chip without Tatum. I think every one of these franchises that had a significant injury to one of their players is going to be confessing that, and they're going to be trying to grab some pieces to remain competitive. But it really is just a reset for the year after next.
Agreed. What y'all think? I know y'all probably already covered it, but we didn't get a chance to talk about it. Durant to Houston.
Big time for Houston.
Now let's dive into it.
And Ime Udoka and the young talent they have around them. They were already, that's what we talked about. It was surprising because we were talking and I looked at it. I said, Unc, what do you think they'd finish that last? And, of course, you would say around 5th, 6th, maybe. They were number 2 last year in the Western Conference, but just didn't get over that hump. You add KD, who's going to improve them in all the areas they were, bottom half in the league, half court scoring, 3-point shooting, 2-point scoring, outside the paint. KD is going to bring that to them. They're going to have a prolific scorer, number 1 option, and they still have some pieces that they can move around to improve this team. And like you were talking about, possibly Dallas bringing a guy like Giannis, Houston might have some pieces and some draft capital to get a guy like Giannis to pair with KD.
You know what I like the most about that trade is you can like we talked about Scoot Henderson under Drew Holiday, Jabari Smith, another 7-footer who can shoot it under Kevin Durant. That's
huge.
He's the guy to unlock, and he was the piece. He was the piece that they didn't want to give up. Yep. So they were willing to trade a Jalen Green, who was he the leading scorer last year for Houston or close to it?
20 points a game.
Yeah,
Definitely
it
close
was a
to it.
dub.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's what Udoka really saying is like, man, if I can get somebody to help unlock Jabari Smith in his game, then you've got a poor man's Kevin Durant. And I hate saying poor man's, but maybe a young. I don't want to say
a young Kevin Durant learning under his idol / mentor, and
somebody
take the range.
Go with poor man's Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Somebody with Kevin Durant same attributes, maybe. I don't know.
Attributes.
Hey, look,
Kevin Durant top. Hey, he one of them ones, bro.
Deuce, let me tell you this, brother. It's been so long. I'm talking to you, Deuce, because every time I talk to Chico about it, he got something damn to say. When I go on the cereal out, Dukes, I ain't had cereal out of box in a long time. I get that cereal out that Ziploc bag that say compare to.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, dog.
Fruity O's.
Yeah, which says compare to Fruit Loops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I ain't got no problem with a player that's a compare to.
Right. Okay.
Because Kobe wasn't compared to Michael Jordan for a long time.
Yeah, he ain't Jordan, but that's who when you taste it, that's what you go pause. That's what you gonna think of.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Great move for Houston, though. They should be in position to make a deep playoff run and possibly be, a favorite to make to the Western Conference Finals to challenge OKC.
Let me ask you this: why y'all think KD didn't want to go play with Ant-Man?
Because he want to hide his wallet in his locker.
Okay, well, damn. I thought I was gonna go. I'm pitching it to him like he about to say.
He's like, man, do I really want to for 82 games had to double tuck my wallet in a sock?
If I'm KD and I had to pick between the two, I'm going to pick Houston. I'll be the number one option. It's like he'll be coming.
The strip clubs are better.
Strip clubs are better. Weather is better.
Yep.
But you coming into the Wolves, you coming into Ant-Man's team, and you know this. You're gonna be playing second, maybe I won't say third fiddle, but definitely second option. You go to Houston, you're the guy, and you, like you said, you can mentor and teach these young guys. You have a couple of veterans with you. You got an old friend, Steven Adams. You got a guy who won a championship in Van Fleet. You got Ime Udoka, a good coach. All these things line up. I'd rather be in Houston.
Now I got to tell you this, Chico. I was joking about Ant-Man.
No state tax.
I was just playing around. But one thing that you mentioned when you said Big Adam, the enforcer.
Yes. Where are we going with this, though?
I'm gonna tell you where we're going with it.
All right.
Hey man, you can go up to Minnesota and you're gonna be put in a position they're gonna say, damn, get your ass down there and help out Gobert. And you know you don't want to go help his soft ass up. Or you can stay with Houston and be like, oh, he got to help him. We got to help that crazy Australian. Like he got it.
Hey,
he ain't lying.
That's another he ain't lying. Thank you, Manny. Right
because there. KD, like for real. Shout out to the sniper. Shout out to Durantula. He's long. He's not big. He don't want to go down there.
Nah, he don't want to bang for real. But
no, he don't want to do that, man. That's not his game. He is one of those. He's one of those guys that really, like we described earlier about those overseas kids. His height didn't stop him from developing every skill set.
Mm-hmm.
But he ain't trying to go down there and just put his body on somebody for 40 minutes. No, that's not his style. And so with that Houston roster, he's never in a situation that he remotely has to do that.
Hey, let's take Jokic out of it. Who's got the best post game in the NBA?
Joker out of it.
I can name some people off the top, and then let me see. Because I'm thinking about, I like Randall. I like
Cat.
Cat, not bad. Is somebody I'm missing?
You know how much the game has changed that we got to think this hard.
Right.
Now let's go back 25 years ago. Man, you can go. I mean, you name it, bro.
Every team had one.
Every team had somebody. Like,
but you also God bless him. Not to make excuses for him. You also had a situation 25 years ago. You clearly had 5 different positions on the floor.
Right.
Like you now there is no small forward and power forward. There is no center and power forward. Like it is like Chico just said, it's positionless basketball now. I mean, hell, what's Halliburton 6'6"?
It's like we got guards and forwards, and then guards and forwards, and then who want to be the big man? Like,
And it's
and
default.
it's default. A lot of people don't want to do it. That's why you see a guy like
You
Draymond down there,
You had 2 big
6'5", playing
men
center.
then, you know.
Yeah. Well,
I would say this, Dukes. You know, y'all hit the nail on the head with Durant and how it propels Houston to seemingly the top or competition for the top in the West. My question / concern about it is, you know, we opened the show talking about parity. When you talk about the rest of the West, I use my Memphis Grizzlies. Shout out to Portia Henderson in the chat, M-Town Dirty Dime. I know, rightly so, that a Ja Morant stood up and told Stephen A to go to hell. You know, I'm riding with the 901. Memphis where I'm gonna be. Y'all, you don't know what you're talking about. But now, what you look at now, the Rockets adding a Durant. You look at what happened in the West away from you. You're not where you can win, dog. I mean, you where you can play and can compete, but like you had 4 to 5 teams in the West get better, and you remain the same. And not only remain the same, you sent somebody to Orlando. You got worse.
yeah. I don't know what they're looking to do, and his teammate, his running mate, just got called one of the most overrated players in the league, Jaren Jackson. I think who's that? Perk called him that. I don't want to quote the wrong person, but I just heard him say that. Somebody say that he was probably most overrated player in the league. You know, so
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna keep saying it until somebody changes it. Outside of Steph Curry, it's hard to win when your number one player is a 6'3" or smaller guard.
Amen.
Scoring point guard.
Absolutely. But Dukes, what I'm saying is, I don't see them from a management standpoint doing anything to fix that. Everybody else is getting better. You now keep in mind, rewind the clock a little bit, y'all. Do y'all remember? It was just not so damn long ago that Memphis and OKC would be battling in the playoffs to go to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward, OKC still battling in the finals in the playoffs to go to the finals, and Memphis, they at the club. They at Cabo. It's like, dog, what are you gonna do to get over the hump? When are you gonna invest in getting over the hump?
Y'all don't know why they traded Bane.
I don't know either, dog.
It
had to be something internal.
Not without a contingency plan. And then even like and they tried like the Marcus Smart thing. I was like, what? You brought in another point guard? Now I know you had Morant with the suspension at the time, I believe.
Right. Exactly.
But I'm like, bro, like y'all just be doing like
I think they did that.
I feel like it's like Atlanta. Like they just be doing stuff.
I like what Atlanta did in bringing in Porzingis. You know, being that if he could be healthy, that'll be a nice piece for them.
Man, that man missed the whole playoff and nobody knew why.
If he can be healthy, they're banking on that. I think so.
Man, I ain't never seen nobody in the playoffs who actually plays on their injury report IDK.
I got one for y'all and for the chat. Y'all gonna have to put your thinking caps on for this one now.
Doom.
We're talking about the two major sports, NFL and NBA, right? And you have cities right now. We're in a dead period for both of them. NFL is in the off season. NBA is in the off season. You have cities who have one of each team. Of those cities that have one of each team, next year, 2025-26 seasons, which city should I say, you think is going to have the best Big Two?
Hold on.
I got a Houston in the chat. I like that. I got a Houston in the chat.
I like Houston.
Hold on, let me hear it again. Ask that question one more time. Ask that question one more time.
You have NFL and NBA teams located in the same city.
Okay.
Which city, based on their two teams' finishes, do you think which city will have the best Big Two? Like, for instance, we all know Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know damn well the Sixers ain't winning the championship next year.
Mm-hmm.
So which two teams in a city will go the furthest? I see Houston. I like Dallas. I like Dallas.
I'm gonna go Detroit.
Woo, Detroit is a good one.
I go Detroit.
Detroit might be it, Dukes.
Go Detroit.
Detroit basketball, Detroit Lions.
Yeah, that might be it.
I could say something like, give me a wild card.
After the game said New York. After somebody stop it. The Giants or the Jets ain't doing a damn thing this year. You know it. Stop it after the game.
The Ravens and no, damn, that's no, I can't go that.
You trying to go right? What you trying to go?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I had to think about it.
No, DC got a team. You can't put the Redskins. I mean, you can't put the Commanders with the Ravens.
Don't worry about what I was about to do. Don't worry about it.
Ain't no telling what that man finna do. Chico finna.
All right, Mickey C says Cleveland. The Cavaliers were right there this year. And he liked the Browns this year. So that's a good one. Keisha Love says Tampa.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Tampa basketball team though, but I think
I'm just trying to look at playoff teams. Man, the Rams and Lakers.
Maybe my odds would be better if I do say LA, because if you take the Lakers and the Clippers and the Chargers and the Rams, I got 4 teams. So
I know this. Alan Smith, it will not be the Saints and the Pelicans. Stop it.
Those are good odds, right, Duke?
Yeah.
You take a city with
and this ain't no shot at Duke. I'm putting Atlanta with the Falcons and Hawks over the Saints and Pelicans.
Hell yeah.
You gotta take no shot. I'm cool, man. I'm used to it, man.
Y'all listen, I'm gonna say this again. I said this last show before the Hawks made the trade for Porzingis. Unc asked me about the teams next year in the East to worry about. I said Orlando after they made the trade and got Bane. Of course, I said the returning champs. I said the Knicks, not the Pacers because he's hurt, not the Celtics because Tatum's hurt. So I said the Knicks, Orlando, and I said the Hawks. Can't forget about Detroit, but I said the Hawks. And now you add in Porzingis, if he can play, but you still have Big O down there as the center. I think the Hawks with more experience now and that group meshing together, they got some young players. They can be a force to be reckoned with in the years to come too in the East.
Portia Wivette says, don't forget about the 49ers in Golden State. That's a good one too.
Nice.
That's a good one. I think I'm going to still ride with Detroit over there, Portia. I think I'm going to still ride with Detroit over there, though. I think Detroit basketball can go further than Golden State basketball next year. And I also think Detroit Lions can go further than the 49ers. So,
yeah. Yeah, I still with Detroit.
Okay. I'm going with my 14. I got LA.
I like that Houston pick too, though.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I'm weary on the Texans, but I like what they've done with the running backs and their head coach. And this is a bounce back year for the QB also. Yes, sir.
The Saints and the Pelicans. Come on, man.
Hey, man.
What's the nickname of that weed y'all smoking over there this morning?
That Uncle Chico. Make sure y'all go to the website and get
y'all just so you be clear. Just so I can be clear. Just so I can be clear with the chat. I ain't picking on nobody in their picks. Just understand that Neely ain't got no love this year for the Saints, the Steelers,
none,
the Browns until they start Shador, or anybody else that was part of that bullshit. When my guy went from 20-something to 144, I had the damn the Saints.
You ain't lying.
Damn the Saints.
I'm gonna go eat it Weedats. But I don't care. The Saints gonna lose every game.
Damn right.
They do right by me.
Everything you do to me.
Well, you crazy. That was
good. Weedats Chicken and Shrimp. Weedats Chicken and Shrimp. Make sure y'all follow them on Instagram. Y'all saw the owner.
Great one. King of the phone. We got to ask Dukes. We got to ask Chico about that.
About what?
Aaron Rodgers on Pat McAfee yesterday said he is pretty damn sure this is it. It's one and done. Your boy, Dukes. Chico. Your boy, Chico.
Okay. All right. That's not my dog.
The way you defend him, I can't tell.
There was one argument, one situation.
It was passionate.
And with him coming in and saying that it's one and done, how would you feel like about that as a teammate? Would you feel like, okay, we're going to rally behind him for his last year? Or are you gonna be like, man, he ain't
Look,
really with us.
if
He
that's
just
if that's somebody said that in front of me, I'm looking at General Mallon and Tommy like, man, why ain't y'all pick Shador? Y'all brought this.
oh, yeah, I already looked at him like that.
For one damn year. We done went through all this for this dude to say he feel like it's just gonna be one time.
And Shador across state lines over there throwing darts. And
Yeah,
OTAs
I'd be pissed. You can think it, but don't tell it to me.
Right. I feel you on that, dog. Like, what are you doing? Come here talking about this shit. Man, you should have been like, listen, I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on this season. You know, who knows what can happen. I'm here to win ball games. I'm here dedicated to these guys. And that's simple as that.
Man, finally you had the balls to stand up to A-Rod, Chico. You growing.
What? Ben had the kahunas. What are you talking about?
I think it's the lace front. When you had the afro, you wouldn't stand up to A-Rod.
You got me with the lace
Y'all
front.
don't know
like
that, man. Y'all don't know his family situation. He's a good guy, best I can tell. He wouldn't do his team like that. Like, Chico,
Man,
what you been watching?
Chico, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Chico almost got upset.
He was fighting mad.
Yeah, he was mad about that one.
Y'all gonna get off A-Rod. Y'all don't know him like I know him.
Well, all I know is this. You know, I don't know what your frat brother Mike Tomlin was thinking about when they not drafted him.
No,
but at the same time, that ain't no shot, dude.
No, I take the shot. I didn't know what he was thinking either.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. You know what I mean? But you know, at the end of the day, could it possibly have been what they're saying the other coaches was thinking? You know, his daddy too high profile. He might can come want this job in a couple of years. Who knows how I'm gonna handle Shador if he plays well or if he doesn't. I don't want that pressure.
That could be Chico, but I would say this, like I said before, any coach or GM that thinks that way is a non-competitor and you don't deserve your job anyway. I want the best. I mean, look at me. And I ain't trying to like put myself on no crossing. I'm just keeping it 100. It really ain't in my best competitive interest to partner with Dukes and Big Dog.
Wait, say that again.
Like if I was just trying to be a competitor, not trying to be the best show, why would I partner with you two kick-ass dudes? Tell you why. Because I don't fear losing none of y'all because we're gonna do this thing together. So it's like I wouldn't even be wired to sit in the locker room and be like, oh man, I would draft his kid, but the first day I mess up, they might replace his dad with me. Man, no, can't nobody keep nothing from me that God got for me. So I want the best people I can have around me. I want the absolute best people to be partnered with me, to be next to me, because what's mine is mine, what's theirs is theirs, and we're gonna go further together. So when you wake up looking out your window and looking over your shoulder like, well, I don't want to do this with them because then he'll replace me. You're a trick and you deserve not to win.
Right.
So that's on there. What Manny?
Manny, you want me to hit it for you? He over there trying to get a plate of food.
He ain't lying.
I'm not hitting no more buttons for you, dog.
Hey, Duke, speaking of Manny and place of food, I had a Zoom meeting with Chico the other day, but it wasn't on Zoom, it was on StreamYard. And we sitting there talking, and I see him look off screen and go, thank you.
No, you did.
The next thing I know, a hand come in with a plate. I was like, boy, this boy got service.
He making up stuff, dog. He making up stuff. Anyways, that's what happened to him.
Sign that NDA.
I ain't got nothing to be over here.
The NDA.
This man got plates coming off the green screen.
Uncle Neely posted a picture the other day with him, you know, and he had a picture. He was pointing at somebody, and he said, "That's me," pointing out somebody, telling them that they're not supposed to be there. And I'm like, "Yep."
I should have put a number on and said it was Chico. Because Lord knows I tell it. There
I was thinking, I was like, that's the one thing you should have put out there.
I showed you that. Damn, I should have done it, Chico. I should put number 11. Hey, get his ass out of here.
Get him out.
You know damn well he's supposed to be right here.
Man. Whew. All right, excuse me. That was funny.
It really was, Chico. You should have hit me today. I would have went in and edited, man. That's pretty good. Get his ass out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, y'all have basements in Hawaii, Chico? basements? Not necessarily. You got houses that like that's on the hill that goes down, and you have like, what do you call it, multi-generational family houses, but
Well,
not necessarily
Chico,
a basement.
so we don't get put in the basement. I know we did the C Maven super chat, but I thought I saw some others pop up while we were talking NBA. Might want to go back and grab them.
Go watch Duke's interview with the new commit Ashley. Marty said with the $2 super chat. Dukes, can you give us a recap? Let us know what your how that went and some little gems that you got from young Ashley.
No, man, he's just a really a kid who's excited to come play. Said Coach Prime was his favorite player. His daddy from Miami. He's from Mississippi. He's got that Miami swagger about himself. He is one. If you want to hear somebody that's excited to be a Colorado Buffalo, that's an interview to go watch for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn Drive. I'm not going to disclose what color the hand was.
Brooklyn Drive on. Hey,
no.
Martin
First
Wheatfall,
of all, the hand was.
Martin Wheatfall, 3-month membership, said this is the best in the business. Get them likes up. Y'all heard him. Then we ain't said it. Martin said it. Don't be mad at us. Martin said get the likes up.
We appreciate that. He ain't lying either. Shout out to Baltimore. Put your cities in the chat right now. Put your states in the chat right now. Put your country in the chat right about now.
So I think we'll do a little more deeper dive, guys, in chat. But I think it was Detroit, San Francisco, and Houston in no particular order as far as who's going to have the best years in the Big Two. I think that was a consensus chat and host wise.
I'm sorry. I didn't even hear what Unc said. I was reading this right here.
King of the Throne said Unc looked like he'd been driving trucks for 20 years, 23 years, thank you, and got an expensive sugar baby. A lot of truth to that.
Smuggles on right with you.
Smuggles. Got them primes. Where you get them? Where you get those from? Now, if somebody sent it to you, don't tell me. But where would you find those if you were looking for them in Atlanta?
Man, I go to Hibbett's. Hibbett's get a lot of drops that sometimes if everybody ain't hip to the drop, then they'll have them at a store. And you can go in there and they'll find them at a store. Hibbett's get a lot of them.
I think he go find the YNs that found the Hibbett's truck.
Man, I got a pretty good shoe plug on shoes that come out. So
yeah,
I ain't gonna say who. Well, like you said, you gotta know somebody, man.
That know somebody. And I know this. See, Maven, appreciate that 21-21. But right now on this draft day, I'm keeping my 10 Chico push-ups. But who knows? This ain't the trade deadline. This ain't the trade deadline. We got time. Matter of fact, I might,
those trades.
I might trade like 2 at a time to 5 different people.
Some things
and let the chat decide when
you should. What you call raffle them out to the chat.
That could happen too.
Chat, y'all can super chat.
Ideas keep getting better and better.
Mm-hmm. And then they can request them when they want them. Man, that's crazy. And all the super chats go to Dukes and
you go into these things, Chico. You go into these things, Chico and Dukes, with a business mind, and your assumptions don't necessarily also equate to reality. But if I had to go into this thing with an open mind on the open market for your push-ups, I think Keisha and Love is probably my best candidate who would pay the most for them.
I think Big Pit, Reef, or
somebody that's looking to punish you, I think would really want them.
Louisiana Glenn might try to get, or DJ Big O might try to get him up in here.
So, Mark Wheatfall said he got 100 push-ups on his Texans. What's the bet?
I think he's saying the Texans are gonna win it all.
Hey, Dukes, you said when I get serious, my eye do like this, or something you said. When you get serious, you do like this.
Oh, when it's about betting and that eyebrow go up and you do that, Martin Wheatfall, clarify your bet because you might get a take. If we here in June and you saying the Houston Texans gonna win the Super Bowl, you might end up with 300 push-ups.
No, he might know something that we don't know. That's like going to the beach and you like I told Unc this past weekend. It's like going to the beach and nobody's at the beach. You like, oh, I found a good spot. Either you found a good spot or you don't know that something that everybody else knows. You're not supposed to be there. Unc, put that back up on the screen one more time.
Yeah, somebody just asked what a build was. It's still out there popping. Shout out to Face by Jazz. Go to got a little glare and go to Faced FACED by Jazz, BYJAS, facebyjazz.com. Uncle Needle's
There it
beard
is,
oil
right
feel
there.
like that popping.
Right at the
Matter
bottom
of
of the
fact, Chico,
screen.
you
Right
should
there.
get some and you should drop it right down that crease in your head.
Actually, for your goodness to know, I already did. That's why it's shining like a bright like a diamond right now. Put
Right,
that
like a
Uncle Needle's beard
diamond.
oil in that
Lace
thing. You
front
feel
like a
me?
diamond.
Got my lace front, got my Peruvian weave in my hair, you know what I mean? Got my virgin Venezuelan hair, you know? That's hard, virgin Venezuelan hair. I need to start my own hairline.
Don't go to Chico. Don't you head toward the cliff, Chico.
I need to have my own bundles. What?
Chico.
Chico bundles.
Chico's bundle, the big dog. Come on out. Oh my gosh. Big dog bundles coming soon. Dukes, hook me up with an ATL shop. You know what I mean? We're going to come up with some packaging. Bam. We bust that down. Big dog bundles.
I like the name.
I know you do.
I like the name. I don't like the market.
You ain't got to like it. When that money come in, hey.
And when that money come in, you know me, I was with you all the time. I was being negative to motivate you. I want you to prove me wrong.
I love the VV bundles. The VV bundles.
You know me, I ain't even gonna know what the hell this stand for. Like these the BDC BBs. Like what's oh man, I don't do that kind of porn. What you talking about?
Going around the crash. He said, now the sound man want to go to work.
Yeah.
Don't be doing a damn thing.
All right.
That boy Manny Fresh. Good night.
Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, guys. Put a B or BDB VV in the chat. Hold up. Big dog bundle virgin Venezuelan hair on y'all ass. Coming soon. All right. Let us know what y'all thinking. Dukes, y'all want to leave it with something? Because I'm going straight to hollering at somebody about these bundles.
It's like once we hang up, you go.
What? I'm dead serious.
Miss Dawn Duggan said there's a nice sale going on right now for some oil on facebyjazz.com. She ain't lying.
Get y'all some.
She ain't lying.
I got to get something for my face too.
She ain't lying.
So my face can be like, I almost said like jazz face, but it'll never be that pretty, but at least it can be nice and clear.
She ain't lying.
Me and Jazz took Baby C to the Children's Museum this morning.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm. TT Jazz, she in town. TT Jazz.
TT.
She like me. And speaking of TT, stop the press.
Hold up. Since Manny ain't working.
Put my hat on my heart. Because that damn cake that Aunt Tiny done sent.
Oh, man. It was good, Aunt.
It's still good.
Man.
Y'all, if she ever ship you a cake, which I told her don't send Chico shit. If she ever ship it tonight, man, it come red like I don't care what UPS do to the box, it ain't gonna hurt that cake. She know how to wrap that thing, man. And it comes just as moist and fresh.
Shout out to Aunt Tiny, man.
Man. Shout out to Aunt Tiny. Woo!
She said happy birthday, man.
I appreciate that birthday cake.
Your birthday after mine, ain't? I'm a little older than you. About like a week, ain't?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
I might let her send you one, Chico. Depending how you act.
She said Chico jealous. I don't know how y'all see. Y'all can see it there. I guess I wear my heart on my sleeve, like Jim Jones said, B.
Hey, if y'all want to get one of them Auntie Tiny cakes, you got to hit my little cousin, Lil Ricky, even though he's 6'2". Still call him Lil Ricky.
Yeah, let them know they can find him at, dude.
Hit Lil Ricky. Because that damn cake is worth it.
Hit Lil Ricky. IG at Ricky Tan.
You know what?
Not Ricky
Tiny.
Tan.
Yeah, Ricky Tan.
Untiny. I got a cold-blooded test for you. And this will be the best marketing for anybody out there, right? It's what you can do, Aunt Tiny. You can make a cake. You can wrap it up real good like Uncle Neely just said you do, right? And to prove that thing is wrapped up well and it can go anywhere, you should send one to me all the way out here in Hawaii. And when it make it out here and it's nice and moist, I can show people how nice and moist. See, Uncle Nina just ate his. Y'all don't even see it. I'm gonna put mine on camera. I'm gonna eat it and show how nice and moist it is. And I'm gonna say, if it can make it all the way out here to Hawaii, it can definitely make it to you. So order you some right now. Aunt Tiny's Cakes. And tell them Chico sent you.
Yeah, go ahead, Chico.
Easy, let's go, Aunt Tiny. Let's get it.
She with you. She with you too.
Here for the hateration, holleration right here, guys.
The one thing I love about Chico and his beautiful Alabama smile is whenever he smiles, his eyes go Chinese, like they just close up over there. Like he can't. You make him laugh, he can't see a damn thing because his eyes shut every time. Look how tight his eyes is, man. You can blindfold that joker with dental floss when he laughs. His eyes get so tight.
Hey, that's real though.
Yeah, it's real.
Feel me?
Chico said
It is real. It ain't gonna work, but it's real.
Tell her how that nephew. It's gonna work. That's the best marketing right there. It's proven.
I don't know if it's proven. Like we'll see if it's proven. It was a good gimmick though.
No gimmicks. No gimmicks. Gimmicks don't last. You know, this is a thing that's gonna show that this can go for the test of time, no matter where you shipping to across the nation, from Wyoming to Miami to Seattle to Portland to Maine to Canada, wherever.
Shout out to Reef in the building, man. Reef, I miss Reef, man. Reef be coming with them comments.
Hey, all right. We can table this one. So 520 podcast, Jeff T mentions, how SGA's daddy, basketball players or something like that. SGA dad tell Jeff T, hey man, let me breed your wife and I'll show you how to make another basketball player.
SGA daddy said that?
Yeah, guarantees that, man. I guarantee. He said, hey man, he said, let me get your wife. He said, I show you how to breed a ball player. And they laughed it off.
That cross lines there.
Okay, and it was funny because T didn't say nothing that day, but then he came on the next show. Was like, man, I want to smoke. I was mad. Yeah, hey, Reese seen it.
I wanted smoke. I was mad.
Yeah, but he cracked up. Like, I think he was shocked. Like, if somebody say that to you, y'all got to hit right then.
Now listen, now you're doing an interview, right?
Doing an interview.
This guy's dad.
Chico, you bring me on your show like I came on your show last year, and I said, hey Chico,
no, it's different.
You want me to show you how to make a journalist? Let me breathe.
You're a guy my age, right? But this is a guy SGA's father's age. He's probably older than Ump. Yeah. So
crazy straight.
No, he's older than Ump.
But you had to
say older than Ump.
You hit it with that probably, like it's gonna be hard to be older than me, but he likely
no, man, come on, dog. Yeah, y'all taking it.
No, dog. Like how I get to be elderly all of a sudden?
Hey, 50 Cent me. What did he say F me for?
Yeah, like man, these damn stray bullets just coming over here, man. I'm minding my business, man.
Well, now you see how I feel, not on it. But I wouldn't even try to. It wouldn't go straight.
My mind, even though it hurt, I'm gonna still do it to you.
That was probably just getting shot with a pellet gun right there. It's all right. You'll be all right, right?
It
ain't even go through the blue jean pants.
Wow.
But man, if an older guy says this to me, right, who is like at that age where they can say anything and it's okay. It's a certain age you get to where you like, Unc said that, But if you're a young Unc, right? So I'll give Uncs, there's not a straight right here, this is the props. So if you're a young Unc around Unc's age or younger, who I feel like, they might feel like they can still really, get your girl. You know what I'm saying? So if an older Unc says it, I'm going to take it, it'll be all right. But if a younger Unc says, I'm like, hold up, Unc, hold up. That's kind of disrespectful, right?
So Chico, I totally agree with what you're saying, like 100%. But okay. I have a little asterisk there because judging by them jeans that he had on, he believed what he said. Because when you get an old man wearing them kind of jeans in public, he think he still got Unc still got it.
Now I gotta pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up. Yeah, he was like, yeah, let me get your. Yeah, I'll breed her. I'm like, you gonna what? That's probably, honest to goodness, that's probably my reaction. I'm like, you gonna what? No, we're not. We ain't doing that. Come on now. We're gonna be respectful, right?
Oh no, he on here with his hat to the back, glasses on, with a hoodie on and stuff. He look no,
I
dog.
told
You
you
can't
he
say that.
think
Yeah.
he can do it.
You
Yeah,
can't say
right.
that. You a YN daddy.
Yeah.
That's what they call him, a zaddy. You one of them? No, dog. You still think you no?
I don't think you're supposed to say that, Chico. I think women's supposed to say that.
That's what they call him.
Chico, I try to help you. Now I'm done. I try to help you.
Go
You
ahead.
want to walk around saying, "Hey, ain't you a zaddy?" I tried to help you.
I see you take it out of context now.
No, there ain't no context. You just said it.
What Chico?
You know, only got grenades with no settings on them.
No, for real.
Ain't you a zaddy? Like, I don't think you.
Yeah, I think we all in agreement that was out of pocket though. Like
it's out of pocket, dog.
Maybe no furniture got to move right then.
That's what
but you got to say something about it in the moment though.
No, we go ahead and talk. We got to meet.
Big Papa Funk said, Chico, since I'm old, is it okay for me to hit on Keisha? See, yeah, I expect that. Like my uncle's, all right, example. Oh man, I got an uncle. I would call his name.
The same uncle that beat up a man just for coming over there?
Yep. That uncle right there.
They don't count.
Shit. Shout out to my Uncle Rod. Yeah. Uncle Rod probably got on a polo shirt with some shorts and a pair of loafers with no socks on right now, looking to slap somebody or grab their girlfriend. Anyways, nah, man. If young girl, I shouldn't put him out there like that, but actually I'm talking about another uncle. But if young girls come around and I see my uncle trying to holler at them, I actually kind of look at it like it's kind of, that's kind of funny, and I let them go ahead, uncle, shoot your shot, So it's like no threat. That's what we think until we see Unc with him.
That hook gets set in that mouth and he don't pull it up on the bank, don't say nothing.
And that has happened before, yes.
It happened to you?
Not to me. He knocked him on the mind, but I've seen him with
yours,
like not him, but I've seen one of my uncles with. Dang, I can't put him out there, dog. I ain't got that many uncles. I'll just say they had younger.
You done did it now.
My bad, Unc.
He not one of your cousins.
Why you look over there? Man?
He not one of your cousins' girls now?
No. It's just like what do you call it? Like classmates or something like that. You feel me? Like somebody that's might be a year or two older than me or something. Yeah,
your uncle not down one of your classmates' girls?
No, dog. You trying to get too specific now? Just move
on. I'm just trying to understand.
I'd love to be the prosecuting attorney. Had you understand?
But you would,
because you want to tell it. Like I'm just gonna go to the judge. Say, Judge, just give me look. I'm gonna be random. We're gonna be doing a bunch of small talking, but I'm telling you, he wants to tell it. Now,
when I say
ask him what happened because he ain't gonna tell it. I just gotta let him keep talking.
Let me clarify this because y'all gonna try to make it something else. When I say classmates, I don't mean like underage people or some ish like that. I'm talking about people like
we didn't take it that way.
Okay. Great.
We took it like I'm 45 and she 28.
There you go. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. Move on.
Yeah,
Dude, you got the ball.
He want to give us names and dates. He want to tell about the van they was in with no
first
window.
All I need is a man,
first 48 room. Man, I ain't telling y'all nothing. I ain't no snitch. I'm coming with that straight KFC.
Exactly. Go ahead and give me a KFC sandwich and a pack of cool cigarettes and a Pepsi. I'm good to go.
Man.
I'll tell you everything you need to know.
See, man, I told Unc not to do it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Tell him. I mean, it was specifically you said don't do it. What'd you tell him not to do? Man, I told him Chico wants to tell it, y'all.
It's all good. Chico, hey, it's a good story, Chico. You might as well take us on up out of here. And then you never told us your cousin name that shot you. Like, you had a lot.
Exactly. See, I never snitched on. See?
I mean, you did, but you told us who her son was, and we, but
yeah.
I ain't take. No. Okay, moving on. If you guys watch the show, you want more of the show, you can watch us Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings, just like right now, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's 1 p.m. East Coast time, right? And then 12 noon Central time, if I can get it right.
Correct.
7 a.m. Hawaii time. And we're live and in effect. Make sure you join us.
Pass the rock right quick, Chico. Fab break.
Like magic.
If you was on the first 48 and they came at you, what meal could they offer you that'll have you start sweating? That you'd be like, ooh, it's gonna be hard for me to turn that down. I ain't saying you're gonna tell, but what meal will put some pressure on you? It ain't gotta be like you can name your meat and your size, where it's from, wherever. Pause.
Nah,
what meal will put pressure on you?
Yeah. Nah, what are we snitching on?
It don't matter. What meal will put pressure on you?
You're not gonna snitch. It's just the pressure.
The pressure. Steak, Sam. I guess some steak. I don't know. Something easy. Steak, potatoes, and you know what? Yeah, nice steak. Some Okinawan sweet potatoes. You feel me? Also some orange sweet potatoes. You feel me? A nice cold glass of water. You know, give me a corn on the cob.
You're a cheapo.
Give me some A1 sauce. No, I don't want no lobster.
What kind of steak, Tigo?
Give me the best one they got in the house. Give me a $1,000 steak.
On the Wagyu.
Matter of fact, give me a Wagyu. Give me the aged Wagyu for 10 years.
All right.
Understand me? Yeah, that's gonna have me sweating right there. No, I take that back. Rewind all of that. Rewind all of that. If you bringing me straight from Hawaii and you sit me in that interrogation room, and then you walk in that thing with a plate of collard greens, cornbread, black eyed peas, lima beans,
now we're talking.
And
now we're talking. Finally the truth come out. This is what I've been waiting on. Talking about a glass of water. You know damn well you want some collard greens.
Give me some red Kool-Aid.
What's that? Water.
Thank you.
Water? No Vasa this time. I'm going collard greens and cornbread. Yeah, give me that. Now I'm sweating. Literally.
How they gonna put the pressure on you?
Ooh, man. So like I'm like Chico, geography matters. If I'm in Colorado and I ain't had a stamp burger in a while, a stamp burger in Jackson to do it. But if I've been home and I have my stamp burgers, man, you know, some like some catfish, mac and cheese, some black eyed peas. You know, like, man, I think I did see Chico break that window.
Yeah, think about it. Yeah,
I think I did.
Man, I think I had to go. Man, them smoked oxtails done had me in a chokehold lately, man. The smoked oxtails, them less barbecue, that style, man. Them smoked oxtails, some rice, some collard greens, some macaroni, either that or some perfectly fried whitened fish and spaghetti. One of them two. That fish spaghetti.
I like how you've evolved and said whiting. We call it pan trout in the hood.
Yeah, yeah. See, we still call it whiting. What y'all call it?
Pan trout.
Pan trout.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never heard that.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Whiting and pan trout, same thing. You just
I ain't know that.
You're sophisticated.
Yeah, we definitely grew up on that whiting though for sure.
Duke said that's some spaghetti.
Y'all eat
man, look, I'll tell you, Chico, you talk about being dumb when I didn't know what BDC was. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you a quick story about being dumb. Forget PUNCK and not being able to spell punk. In Mississippi on Fridays, particularly game day Fridays, you had catfish with spaghetti. Like that's the meal. You couldn't tell me that hush puppies and spaghetti wasn't no seafood. I ain't know they were cornbread spaghetti. Like it always came with catfish.
Oh, damn.
Even so, hell, I got a little older before I realized macaroni and cheese wasn't a vegetable. It's always a side.
Right.
Hey, what side you want? Mac and cheese? Boy, get a vegetable. I did.
Yeah, mac and cheese. That's not a vegetable.
It ain't meat.
Them oxtails will be something to have you sweating too, dog. Man.
What kind of oxtail? Like Jamaican,
rice and peas,
Jamaican soul food or smoked?
I'm definitely gonna look at Jamaican and soul food before the smoked ones. Yeah. So I'll take one of those, either one, as long as they're nice and tender.
Honorable mention. So some real good charbroiled oysters.
Yeah.
Like from Dragos. Am I saying that right? From New Orleans, Dragos?
Yeah, it's right enough for me. Yep.
Yeah.
Man, I
Man.
think I've eaten there before.
But them charbroiled oysters down there go crazy.
Isn't that near Haraz?
Yep.
Damn, I've eaten there before.
Yeah, call it Harrah's though, so they know you. So they know
Harris
not to
or
rob you.
Harris?
No, ain't
Which one
no
is it?
Harrah's. It's Harrah's.
It's Harris.
Yeah.
We had a big discussion as we was out there looking at the sign. Is that Harris or Haraz?
And once a local heard y'all country say Harrah's, they knew they were gonna rob.
Yeah, matter of fact,
first of all, you're out there looking up. That's the one. That's the tourist damn giveaway right there. Walking around looking.
Yeah. No, when I got there at the casino, I was definitely walking fast with my hands on my pockets. You feel me? Walking in and out of that thing. I think I was walking.
How many went 30 minutes playing?
I don't know. We supposed to be up out of here, man. Y'all got water in the chat. Spaghetti, oxtail. I need some more oxtail and greens. Yes, indeed. Brisket. Homework for Chico. Google verbal hint. Okay. I got something for you too. Homework for you. Google these. I'm just messing with y'all, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all in the chat. Thank y'all for coming out once again.
Right there, Chico.
This is Uncle Chico for the Pregame Network and Dukes the Scoop. My dog. Let me make sure my dog get up here before you can say.
That was a good one, Dukes. He told somebody in the chat to Google these nuts.
Shout out to Warren G. These nuts.
Chico clapping back. You
muted, Dukes, you're on mute. Hold up.
What'd you say?
Hey.
Somebody told Chico something to Google. He said, I got something for you to Google. Google these nuts.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Chico, you can't be talking to man. You can't be talking to the family.
I love the chat. We just joking, man. We just laughing, having fun. This is a safe space for everybody. He could tell me to go Google something. You on here eating. Uncle here talking smack. I could tell somebody to go Google these.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That chicken with the crack on it.
Put that on there, man.
Chicken with the crack on it.
With the crack season.
Man, that's some Atlanta stuff right there, dog. We gonna kill him with the crack season, cuz. Call it crack season. Everybody gonna come. Line gonna be jumping and it works. Shouts out to what's his name? Belly Gang Cushington.
Belly Gang
selling the t-shirts. Man, shout out to the homie, man. That's marketing right there. He's selling
introduction
100. And I've never heard his music, at least like knowingly. He's selling white t-shirts, but he have them wrapped like cocaine bricks. And he's making a killing. $100 though. $100 white t-shirts, plain white t-shirts, making a killing.
T.S. Phillips knows something. She called out where I got it from.
JJ's Fish and Chicken. Shout out to him.
And the rib chat be jumping too. Shout out to Bankhead Seafood back open, man. Killer Mike and T.I. Other than that,
hey, we need to who gonna sponsor us when we get there? Who gonna sponsor our tailgate? The morning run tailgate.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Chico said he ain't coming because I'm making him do them push-ups.
No.
Chico ain't coming because he want to get swung on.
No, I said I'm definitely coming. You just ain't gonna see me when I come. I'm just gonna creep up on you.
He looking for that that invisible pack.
Okay.
I'm looking for that.
I'll be the dude with the beard standing next to Keisha and Love in the VIP.
Mm-hmm. In the VIP. Wanting to make sure I don't get in.
Yeah. Got your woman in my section popping bottles.
Taking pictures of popping bottles in the VIP and not let Chico in. Boy, that's some wild stuff right there, though.
I know to get you where it hurt at.
And look at her. Yes, all day. Keisha Love, you one of them girls that go somewhere and all you know is one letter. A.
Yeah, man, what if y'all end up going together in real life? That'd be crazy, right?
I'm just messing with. That'd be cold blooded, wouldn't it?
It would be.
I actually took her out
especially
on a
she in
date.
VIP. Well,
If you go and touch Unc, that's disqualifying you.
Chico
from
already
even-
got trauma.
Unc trauma. Man, let me get up out of here, dog. Let me
You just said you
find
already
this
took your
picture.
girl.
Let me find this picture of Unc and discourage Keisha and Love. Hold up, where that picture at, Unc?
Oh hell, he ain't home with some shit. No, that's why we need an independent producer, man. Because him and Manny biased his hell back there.
I hate it, man. Go sit over here and try to wait till we find the
I done
picture.
heard Duke say some shit, get a standing ovation. That Chico like, I ain't hitting no sound effect.
Hey,
Unbelievable.
Chico
Hey,
make
look.
a subject and a verb agree at a sentence, and he over there hitting hand claps. Like, come
You
on.
remember the
dog.
other day? Oh, I said I'm on the road. Whoa.
Damn. Shout out to my dog Chico Babe.
Why? That's what you asked for?
No, I just happened to run across that picture. Go ahead, Dukes.
Now I was saying, the other day when I said I was on the road on Monday, you know Chico ain't even send me the invite.
You bullshitting.
I ain't lying. He didn't even send it to me. He was like, oh, ain't no Dukes today.
That's
Should have been
lie.
at home.
That joker
That's a
a
lie.
hater.
That's a
Did
lie.
not send me the invite. True
That's
story.
a lie.
Because I just
That's a
assumed
lie.
you didn't have a strong enough signal.
Chico, bet me another 50 push-ups that you did not send me the invite the other day. Bet it. And don't
First
look
of all,
right
I'm
now.
not betting, and if I didn't send it to
50
you,
push-ups
that's
versus $50.
because it was already told to me that Dukes was on the road and he won't be
But
joining
who
the
told
show.
you that?
You got the message at the same
Because we
time.
was all in the same
I
chat.
got it from
So
somewhere.
what I said to Dukes
Hold
was,
on.
hey man, don't stress it. But if you get a good signal, come on.
Okay.
That still
So-
means he need the link.
So you didn't forward him the link.
I never forwarded him the link. You send him the link.
Did you forward him the link that you got though? That's the question.
I never forward him the link.
No. You understand, sir? I just need a yes or no answer. Did you forward him the link that you received?
I'm answering the question.
You can't answer the question with the
Every
question.
time I have gotten a link from you, I have never forwarded the link to Dukes.
That has nothing to do with the question that I'm asking you. Did you forward him the link after speaking with him and knowing that he wasn't going to be on the show or he was going to have a problem getting on the show, whatever the situation was?
You spoke to
After
me, Chico.
you received it, did you send it to him? I'm just asking the question.
Chico, why you ain't send it to me?
No. We try to get to the bottom of this right now. So I'm
But we at
asking
the
this
bottom
question.
of it. It's
Yeah,
your
so I'm asking this
damn
question.
job to send the link.
I'm asking this question.
I
Because
just
the
think
word that I got.
I really just thought that like you ain't had no good signal or something. I ain't know that man played you like that.
I came in the chat that day. Chico said, what up, dudes?
Oh, he spoke to you in the chat? Like
Now, Dukes, did you tell Chico, hey, I'm able to come on the show now. I would like to receive the link or anything. Or was
you,
Chico
Andre
just
Walker.
supposed to assume
I
that you
never
were
said I
supposed to get
couldn't
it
come
to
on
you?
the show. I said,
thank you,
I'm gonna jump on
Andre
the phone.
Walker. Never encompasses the one he's talking about.
Well, from what I understood, from what I took from it, I sent the
You
link.
didn't want that man on the show. That's what we taking from it.
Man, how dumb is that, man? How crazy.
It's all good.
See how y'all do me? It's all right. It's all right.
How you do me?
The morning.
But this is what I see. I'm reading, y'all. I'm reading it.
Okay.
Philip Dukes.
Okay.
We on the road driving back from Tennessee. I'm gonna pop in from the phone and get back off if that's cool. Neely, cool with me. And man, if that's stress for you or don't even trip, we can just see if you catch a good signal and make sure you ain't the one driving. Because I was like, man, you can't be logging in and driving now. Philip says bet. Chico ain't said a damn thing.
So hold up, stop right there. Philip says bet. Right?
That
And that's
means
the
if I
end of
get a
it.
good signal, I'm coming on.
All right. So Chico didn't include Dukes on the link, is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay, well, honest mistake, probably,
Honest mistake, probably.
But guess what?
You
Guess what though?
You
Guess
sound like
what?
Dukes. He said, I definitely hope to.
I definitely hope to. But guess what though? If Dukes would have had a good enough signal, he would have done it. Since you want to bring up past performances and you never answered my question, Uncle Neely. In the past, Dukes have always come on when he didn't have the signal or whatever, or if he had problems getting the link, he'll hit me in the private chat, true or false. He'll say, hey, send me the link or I'm on. So it's never a situation where Chico is trying to block somebody. I
That's
don't
the man
gatekeep.
just said,
I couldn't
man.
I
get in the
want
private
everybody
chat.
to eat.
I couldn't get in the private chat.
But you got my text, you got my phone number, you got my text message. You got that private chat.
I commented in the chat. You said you looked at me and kept going.
Yeah.
I ain't,
I look at you.
I ain't realize he
man.
did you like that, man.
Listen, man. First of all, we've been
kinda
on here
wild.
10 minutes too long. They start rubbing his chest and doing
Look,
like this, stretching.
She saw me.
Keisha and Love, remember for 2 months, she made a comment you ain't put up there. She said, Chico,
I put it up there. You can
that
see
front legs got you acting zesty as hell.
it. All right. Chico said, closed mouth, don't get fed. Easky.
That man just ain't want you on the show, dudes. Damn.
It's all good.
And when I was talking about
evident
working with
is
people and not being afraid, he over there amen in it, and he the damn Judas was blocking you off the show.
nah, it sound like you were too.
That's why I look around at church.
What they say?
You amen in the loudest be the one you got to watch.
What's the
Preach,
quote?
Pastor. You sit your ass down, Judas. You know.
What's the quote? If you don't say anything, right, you just as guilty. You didn't do anything to help or to stop or anything. So you just got the link, knowing that Chico didn't. No.
He didn't know you did.
I never know you don't send them to us together.
No. Listen, yes, I do. I always send the link on one email, both links. But also, if you saw that Dukes was saying that he might have trouble, you saw, as you just admitted, that Chico did not respond. So you never knew that Chico even saw this message. So once you received
Chico, I know you said
email and the link,
I know you seen it because
all
you said
you
I was
had to do
traveling
was
on the show.
forward it.
I know you seen it because you said I was traveling on the show.
I said Dukes is traveling. Yes, I knew he was traveling, but at what point did I see it though? That's the question. Did I see it before I sent that email or after?
Thank you, Andre Walker. I had no idea he hadn't sent the link. And so when Dukes didn't check in, I just assumed he didn't have a strong enough signal. I assumed Chico sent the link and it didn't work on the road.
It's all good, Chico.
All right. Well, y'all can call it what y'all want.
Next time you don't want that man on the show, just say something, man.
Well, here we go. See. Yeah.
Chico, on Friday, I'm traveling again. All right.
And you're gonna get the link this time because guess what? You just told Chico directly that you're traveling again. And didn't assume
in the text group
anything. But guess what? If Chico didn't send the link, like I said 5 minutes ago, that's my bad. That's my fault. That's on me.
What you mean if Chico didn't? You didn't.
Okay, well, I didn't. So if any case where Chico didn't send the link, that's on me. But at the same time, if I didn't respond to no text messages, y'all could assume that I didn't see it. So handle it accordingly also. So if you get a link and you see in there that Dukes is not attached, send it to him also. That's a very simple fix. Instead of trying to come on here and point the finger as you love to do. You're a finger pointer. You're a finger pointer. You're a pointer router.
I agree.
You're a hall pass monitor.
I agree. I think you do owe some more push-ups. You're gonna block that man off the show.
It's all good. Hey, look, he was gonna say yes, I did until I brought up. I was like, well, bet me 50 push-ups. He was like, I don't know about all that now, dude.
I ain't doing no betting.
But he hit you with the woman dub, yeah. He went woman dub.
Yeah, funny, man.
Yeah, wow.
I promise y'all, chat. I promise chat. Chat. Know this. I respect Chico. Chico knows the issues.
But they think y'all serious, though.
But most importantly, I wish I could lie like Chico.
You a pointer outer. I wish I could point out like
I don't know a joker that lie better than Chico.
Hold up, God dog it. Huh? What'd you say, Unc?
Come on, dog. What you looking for now? Come on.
I'm trying to end the show.
Man. We about to be at 145.
Now we about to be at 145. We was at 135. What's wrong with ending the show then?
Because we were ending it on your head. Now you're trying to end it on mine. That's why. Why you on there Googling shit, trying to pull up some book.
Eagles 8-ish, boy, I tell you the truth.
That's why I want to end the show.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for coming out once again. Uncle Neely got his own breed of dogs coming out. Y'all make sure y'all go get y'all one.
That's a good one, Chico.
Yeah, he give it
I
away
sure
for
wish I'd have
free.
put you on that picture though. That was I should like get his ass out of here.
She go funny. She go crazy like
If
a
you
fox.
see him,
That
point
was a
him
good one,
out.
boy.
If you see him, point him out. Yes. All right, man. Can we get up out of here? They're lying like a rug. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Have a great day. Until the next time, the morning run, that's going to be on Friday. Uncle Chico Thursday night. You might catch Dukes the Scoop anytime in between that because he's coming on and he's popping out to show y'all Eagles what time it is. You understand me? It's the biggest dog. Chico to the sea. Uncle Nady, Dukes the Scoop. Peace in the Middle East.
Yeah. Peace in the Middle East for real, for real.
For
Really,
real.
though. Yeah. We had plenty missiles and we